Surfer boy. All right. Let's get you guys all adjusted and in play. I also have to show you guys all of the wood that I got today. All right. Oh, I should get the laptop plugged in. That way I can see chat. This is all the stuff that I should have done, before I started the live. But here we are. Here we are. We're going to get to it. We got time before anyone joins in. All right. Let's get the laptop fired up. Get the laptop fired up. We're going to fire the laptop right on frickin' up. We're going to fire the laptop up so I can see the chat. If there's anyone out there listening to my rap, ba-doom, boom. It's not really a gangster rap though, it's more of a... Alright, I've been digging this setup, so we're gonna roll with that again. I think I can also do the corner thing. Seems to work a little nicer. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. So I've been taking the Dremel piece and running it through. Sorry chat, I will be with you in a minute. Once I get there. If I get there tomorrow. Oh, beautiful. Before I left, I replaced it with a new one. That's not like me. Thank you, Brandon. And one of my subs said that I need to build a chair, and they're not wrong. So that's going to happen one day. Got a new tape measure today. My other one broke, so that's nice. I likey. Daddy likey new tools. Also got myself some respirator masks. Okay, let's see if this is going to work for me. Hang in there, people, if there's even anyone there. Alright, in the meantime, I'm going to do what I usually don't do, and that's open this box nicely so that I can keep them in the box semi-nicely. Got some dust masks. Alright. And, oh, what's going on? Wants me to sign in. Sign in? That's new. Beautiful masks. Beautiful masks. Just getting tired of putting on the big boy mask all the time, so this should last me a little while to kind of put these on. It's better than nothing. Am I right, people? Okay. Oh, what was it? just changed it. What did I change it to? Anyone else do that? Change passwords, forget it immediately after. Let's see if I can. I should have done this before. Sorry, guys. Oh, there's someone here. Well, hello, hello. Sorry, hold on. Got to figure this out so that I can talk to you guys. All right, we're gonna have to figure this out, people. We're gonna have to figure this out. I bet you it's gotta be. I literally just changed it last week. That's awful. Forget what you changed the password to from last week. It's not like it was like when I first made this account. Ah, okay. Haha. Just need my phone for just a second, people. Doesn't look like we got much going on anyways. Sorry, everybody, that I lost. I just think that did it. Think that did it. Think that did it. Okay. And we're in. This is the kind of stuff you should do before you jump into the live. But that's all right. These things happen. Nobody's perfect. Nobody knows. Nobody wants to come to the show. Now let's jump on into the live. and have ourselves a jolly, jolly good time. All right. I think we're in, and then I can adjust things, get it going from there. Okay. And I can see chat. We're in. Hey, 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 John. How's it going, man? I should have done that before, obviously. You know, it's always a good idea to set things up before you start the live. Of course I didn't. So, I had to figure out my password and get logged in and all those kinds of fun things. And but we did it. We did it. We're going now. Not too shabby, dude. Actually, before we get started, dude, I went to the wood store today and I got more wood, and the prices are just insane. And the guy gifted me some wood. So, super, super awesome. Actually, I'm going to take you on a little journey. It might be easier than having to move all of the wood, just taking you guys back there to see what we picked up today. All right, so the only wood that I purchased here was this piece of Purple Heart. So as you can see, it's probably seven or so feet long, probably about 3/4, maybe a little more wide, maybe an inch actually, inch wide. This piece was 18 euros. Freaking crazy. Crazy, crazy. Then I got these two pieces of Padauk, and they are going to be awesome. They're like so orange and red, man. And same thing, they're about 7 foot long. And for these guys, I paid, let's see, the receipt's right here. 45 euros. So about 22, 23 euros a piece. So I bought these three. And then I got this gigantic Wenge, huge. And this thing has got to be, I think it's like 45 centimeter or 4.5 centimeters. Let's try it. I got a tiny tape measure right here. So just over 5 centimeters wide or thick, and good width to it, but huge. I think it's probably close to 11 feet tall, and I paid $51 for this Wenge. So I'm excited to use this. I think I'm going to make like a chessboard out of it, because I can match the Wenge, which is going to be like that dark black kind of tone, with this beach over here, and that will give me a nice contrast. And then he gifted to me this Perota, which is that super expensive wood, and he gave me a freaking chunk of it, man. And this one's super cool because it's got like the edge of the tree grain on it on this side. So it's just like kind of going through the side. But I think that's going to be cool because I can kind of play with that contrast on some pieces. Like I can make some knife handles that are like white and the brown mixed in, and it'll be out of one piece. So he gifted me that one. And then the same thing over here, he gifted me this one, same thing, the Perota, and that's just awesome. So that's a good little piece that I can use for, I have no idea what. But he gifted me those two, and then he told me I could go through their dumpster. So everything else here, all of these these pieces are hardwoods. This one is it's like Cucumbra or something like that. It almost looks like that Tatajuba as well. But I'm gonna ask him and make sure. There was a bunch of those. There was this guy, which is a nice chunk of Padauk that was thrown in there. So we just obviously need to plane it down because Padauk, once it gets weathered in the sun, goes gray. But once we plane this guy down, we'll be able to get it back to the kind of reddish orange color. And that's a good sized piece if you ask me. But I got all of these like strips, and there's a bunch of different types of the wood in these strips as well. So this one's another, I think this one's also a Padauk. Yeah, so all of these strips for free. I was just like, what the hell? And then I got a couple little guys out of the trash can as well. So figure out what to do with these guys. But they're super cool. And oh yeah, all of these longer boards, which is the tiger wood, after it's been exposed to the sun a little bit more. Got those for free out of the trash can. Man, I was a dumpster digger today. Where's the cool ones? Here. These guys out of the trash can. I don't know exactly what these are, but they're like a heavy, I mean, you can hear it. Let me give you, that sounds like quality. So I got that, and then this freaking, no idea what this one is. I want to plane it down and find out because it's heavy, man. It's super, super heavy. So I know it's a hardwood of some sort, but I'm not sure what it is because it's so weathered. But we'll find out once we plane it down and expose some fresh grain, because this guy just weighs a ton, which is just awesome. I wouldn't be shocked if this was like some Wenge as well or something like that. It's hard to tell. It's really, really hard to tell right now. But it's got heft to it. So I was like, I'm taking that thing. But yeah, so I got all of these guys, and it just keeps going. I mean, that's just stacks and stacks of these strips. So I'm just gonna run them through the planer, get them kind of cleaned up on both sides, and then just make kind of like a sandwich out of them, glue them together, and then figure out what to do with them from there. But I know that they're all exotics, and I know that they're hardwoods. So what a steal, am I right? That's crazy. Here, I'll give you a little close up on it if I can't. But yeah. So we've got like the Perota right over here, the Purple Heart that we picked up today, the two Padauk, all of these strips. And I mean, there's just a ton of strips. It goes back to right here. So all of those strips. This guy, which is a Padauk as well, but it's like a thick Padauk. And then that's also Padauk back there. It just needs to be sanded down. And then this gigantic piece of Wenge. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. So that's going to be awesome. I'm super excited to work with that. And then, yeah, he gifted me the Perotas. So he gifted me this one little board. When they're so heavy, they're awesome. But that's going to be awesome. I love this Perota wood. And then he gifted me this gigantic chunk of Perota as well. So now I just got to actually make use of it, you know what I'm saying? And figure out what the hell I'm going to do with it. I think with all those little strips, though, I'm going to do like a cutting board or something like that, or a few cutting boards. But free lumber. Can't beat it, can't beat it. So I'm super excited about getting that for free. That was just the highlight of my day. So I went in there and I spent a total of 146 euros and walked out of there with what I feel like was quite a haul. Oh wow, there's people here. Oh my gosh. What's up, Benners? Benners, you're just in time, man. Today my little brother came into town last week. And so I hung out with him for a while because I haven't seen him in almost a year now. And then we had like a heat wave as well. So I was like trying to just stay out of the shop. So I didn't really do much at all last week. I did some editing and posted a video, and that's about it. But today, since John's here, we're going to work on his knife. So I'm excited about this one. I really just want to get it shaped down and see how it feels in my hands and stuff like that. So we're actually finishing up John's knife today. So you didn't miss anything there. Exactly. I did not finish it yet. Working on it right now. We're gonna start. We're gonna start. That's enough talking. I've been talking a lot. Pretty good at talking. Who's bugging out? Maybe it's me. All right. Cool. So got some little masks, so I don't have to deal with the big one, and try and be a little bit better about putting these masks on. So I just picked up a couple of these simple masks, you know. Whoa, Ramon, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you. I hope all's well with you, man. Been a long time since I feel like I've seen you or talked to you. It's hard to catch you guys because you guys are usually up when I'm sleeping and stuff like that. So I just showed them just a second ago the wood that I picked up from the lumber mill earlier today. Freaking steel. So, and then they let me go through their trash can as well, and dumpster dive through their exotic woods that they were throwing out. So I got a lot of scrap pieces and things like that back there. Um, and it's quite the haul for what I paid today. And I was like, that's awesome. But no, today we're gonna work on Not Your Average Woodworks John's knife. So I'm gonna start carving this down, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. It's been a while since I've been in the shop with the heat and family coming to town to visit and things like that. So finally back at it. Like carving with this really makes me want to do some like or try some exquisite carving, shall we say, you know, some harder things. So I think one of these days I want to try and do like an animal carving or something like that. There's another guy whose channel I watched, and he does like animals. I don't know if you've seen it. He has one with the whale shark. It's like insane. I really want to try something like that and see how it goes. But maybe I should try it out on some cheap wood first, or like, you know, junk wood. Yeah, I'm excited to get this finished up. And John, I should be able to send this out to you. Um, my mom's husband is coming to visit because she's here right now in France. And my mom's husband is coming. He came later than her to visit, and he comes on Friday. And I think he stays for 3 weeks, and then he goes back to the States. So I'm gonna send this home with him, and then I'm gonna have him ship it out from Ohio to your address. So I need you to send that to me in an email. Doesn't need to be now, but send it to me later in an email. That way I can get your knife shipped over to you, man. I'm excited about that. And I think I'm gonna try and do some of those live giveaways and stuff like that as well. Might as well try it, am I right? So, um, hey, what's up, Rare? How's it going? It's Les, right? And thank you. There was like two people who came and watched my video and were like, "Hey, Les sent me over here to say hello and watch the video." So, okay, okay, Ramon. You think I should do a knife? I mean, I definitely can. We're up to three in the pocket now, and then these two still need to be finished up as well. That's not a bad idea. I like your thinking there. Um, and I was gonna do some. I don't know if you saw those, Ramon. I think you might have. Maybe you saw the video. I don't know. But I was also thinking about doing like some live giveaways for the cheese knives that I made. I think those are super cool. I think people will like those. I just made this one, and this one's solid teak, and it's freaking cool. Like all of these other ones, we glued the handles together onto them and then shaped them afterwards. And this one, I cut it out of a single block and then kind of shaped it down to be the same. But I was thinking about doing some giveaways with those guys, and then some like phone holders and pretty much anything I can fit in a suitcase. But the knives are a good idea and quite simple to ship. So yeah, definitely. John's is super cool. It's like a small one and it just fits in the hands so nicely. I really like this one. So I need to finish shaping it, and then on one of these Wednesdays when we have our local market, I'm gonna bring it to the market, and there's a knife guy there, because this one actually doesn't have a finished blade on it, so it's not sharp at all. And I'm gonna ask him to put a blade on it for me, and then after that it's ready, and then I can send it out to John. So yeah, we're almost there. No, you will. You do. It's not a problem as long as you got them in the. Well, actually, you're right. You can't get it past TSA. You have to put it in a checked bag. But on the belly of the plane, you can bring knives, no problem. So I actually asked my mom to bring. She had some old kitchen knives she was gonna get rid of, and our kitchen knives weren't that great. And so I asked her if she could bring them. So she already brought from the U.S. On her trip here this time a bag full of knives for me. So yeah, but definitely don't try to put it in your backpack and go on the plane. That's a no go, dude. What the fuck, Benners, dude? That's it with you, man. We've got a all right, John. We're putting your knife on hold just for a minute. This is craziness, craziness. Benners, you're nuts, man. And thank you. But this is like the third time now that you've donoed, at least. Oh my God, Ramon. You guys are going to keep me busy for weeks. All right, Benners, what's happening? Ramon. Benners, real knife, or cheese knife? I want to hear it. Real knife or cheese knife? And Ramon, same question for you. Real knife or cheese knife? We're gonna make you guys. Dude, what is what? Ah! Oh, my voice just cracked. What the hell is going on right now? Same with you, Rare, because you deserve it as well. No doubt. I think you've bought me 2 beers now, dude. All right. So all 3 of you guys. Okay, yeah, because you asked for the video on it, I believe. So, um, Ramon, what we'll do though, right now, what I'm gonna do is, for yours, I'm gonna let you pick a design. So it doesn't need to be sent out to you or anything like that. But we're gonna go through some woods, and I'm gonna let you pick a design for the knife blade, and then I'll start to just kind of like with these. I just decided to give John his because John sent me like it was like 20 one day, 10 the other, 5 the next. Like it was just nuts. And so I really feel like John deserves to have this knife. And same with Benner's. Benner's just every time he's on here, he's always contributing, and just it's just amazing. But I want to know if you want to see me for your design make a cheese knife or a real knife. And I think I only have one blade. Good choice. So that makes it easy. So we're gonna go with cheese knife. Benner's is gonna be real knife, and that means Benner's. There's one blade. There's one blade left for you, which is actually one of my preferred blades. It's a gut hook blade. So I don't know if you're into hunting or not. I guess you're in the outdoors section. So yeah, I think that falls into that. But this is going to be your blade because right now that's the last blade that I have left. The other one is Suzanne's. I keep forgetting that that's there. So Benner's is real. That's yours. I'll put hook. And then we need Les to let us know. Les, if you want cheese, I guess you're stuck with cheese knife. Actually, sorry, I take that back. You're stuck with cheese knife. We're making you a cheese knife. Because the rest of or I could give you the huge ass knife if you wanted to see that. There's this like no, it's already got everything for it. So all right. So let's see. Let's get these woods out. Oh, dude, you guys are freaking insane, man. I was not expecting any of this. I was just expecting you to come in here and grind away at John's knife and just say hi to you guys, and that's really about it. So we'll start with Benner's. And we're gonna get some woods out, and that way you can see what you want to go on. How much space do I have here? That'll do. Let's get this guy out. So there's that. There's Wenge. I guess I have enough teak, and you guys deserve teak. So there's definitely enough teak. I've even got a big piece of teak down here. So, and we'll just pull that out. That's going to be more than enough for a blade handle. That. There's also, of course, Purple Heart that I just picked up as well today. So I'm just going to put it out so that you guys can see the colors and kind of choose. All right. Yeah, I love the ones. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. You're funny, Mom. That's my mom, everybody. Mom, you really didn't have to do that. But that's funny. And thank you for being here. All right. So, that's crazy. This is a crazy, crazy day. I'm getting lost with my words right now. All right, Benner's. So you are driving me crazy, guys. So this one is the Tiger Wood. Then we've got the Rosewood, the Tata Juba, the Paduk, Wenge, Teak, Purple Heart. So we've got all these. Yeah, way to go, Mom! That's awesome. And then I got gifted today from, so we might as well, since you guys are just treating me like an angel, I'll treat you guys like an angel. So there's a difference between these two. This one is rose. They look so damn similar. Oh wait, no, that is the Perota. And then this one is the Rosewood. They look so similar to each other. Like this is Perota and this is Rosewood, and they look very similar. And Docha Duba, Tiger, and this one. Rosewood, Teak, and Purple for me. All right, man, I got you. All right, Rosewood. And I'm guessing if you're running, the design is up to me. Take it easy, Les, man. We will talk to you later. Purple Heart. Okay, perfect. And for Benner, you're saying Tiger and Tata Juba. Do you have any ideas on the design that you'd like to see in the knife handle? Because with your blade, I'm not really like limited to the shape. I guess it's gonna be new for me, because on your blade, what I think I'm gonna end up doing is just taking a little notch out of this guy so that the epoxy really has somewhere to grab. But this guy is gonna at the end of the day get kind of get its own handle. It won't have the metal tang showing through it all. It's going to be like the solid wood. So I think we can kind of play around with your design on the mix between the two, since I think you said Tiger Wood and Tata Juba. And then same for you, Ramon. Tiger, Teak, and Purple. You guys have expensive taste, and I love it. The teak was the most. Yeah, the teak is definitely the most expensive out of these, except for the Perota. But I got it as a gift from the guy at the wood store, twice now actually, and so this was free technically speaking. But the teak was like super expensive, but it's beautiful wood, so I think it was worth it. We'll see, I guess, at the market when I start to sell things. Perfect. I will do the design. I think we're going to try and come up with something cool for you. So, but we will catch you next time, Les, and we will see you soon, man. We're going to try something different for his design. We're just going to write down cool design. All right. I'm excited to make these cheese knives. And then um, for you, Ramon, since you're doing a cheese knife, I'll show you real quick with this one. Since you're doing a cheese knife, and you chose Tiger, Teak, and Purple, what wood do you want the blade to be? Because I think that it's best. I mean, we could try doing like two different woods for the blade. So far, I've been keeping it consistently one wood because I don't want to have like a glue spot on the blade. I'm not sure how strong it would be. I think it would be strong enough, but you tell me if you want to try something new and do a two-tone blade. Let me know, dude. Let's try whatever you can think of here. But usually what I'll do is the two handle pieces, we make those however you want, and we glue it onto the blade. But we can definitely just use your creativity, and let's try something new here. What a day! What a day! No, I think for the I think for yours, Benner, I really like this tiger wood, and I am kind of curious to see like eventually. So this tiger wood will oxidize after a few months if it's just like laying out in the sun. With oil, it should stay this same tone, which is like the brown and black veins running through it. So I think what we should do for your knife is kind of mess with as much of that contrast as we can and then figure out how we can insert just like kind of like hints of Tatajuba. Maybe we could just do like tiger wood, and then for the Tatajuba we can do where I drill plugs in a sense, and we just kind of put like almost like a tiger's design, but it's spots instead of lines. I don't know. Or we do something to where I don't know, man. I'm just talking out of my ass at this point. This is crazy. Just thank you guys. That's just what a day. Was not expecting any of this. Now I think I finally reached that YouTube threshold, so I should be getting a check next month from YouTube. My first ever check, and I will be definitely hanging that up in the shop. That's just nuts. But yeah, we'll see with the Ramon Tiger, Teak, and Purple. Tiger, Teak, and Purple. That's going to be sweet, actually. I think the Purple Heart and Teak go super, super well together. And this should be able to contrast well against the Teak as well. We just got to figure out something cool to do. So, but that's not my choice. That's not the point of this whole operation where I ask my subscribers to pick. The whole point is to get them to choose the details and see what kind of creativity they can come up with, you know? So, we'll see just how creative Ramon can be with his choices. And Mom, you've already gotten a few different things from me now, and and I know that you want a cutting board, so I might just make you a cutting board as well, because Mama deserves a cutting board. What a day. All right. That is just crazy. Boom, boom, boom. So we got 3 of you guys now today that we are going to make some more for. Benners, we got you with the real knife, the gut hook. And we're going to figure out a Tiger and Tatajuba mix. So, Instagram. Hey, no worries, man. And just if you want to, or you think of like some cool designs, you know, like I said, I'm willing to kind of we can push limits here if we want to, you know. I'm not so confined to straight lines, verticals, and you know, we already have a couple like horizontals in the mix. We have some verticals in the mix already as well. So by all means, if we can think of like more creative ways to do this, you know, um, then let's go for it, because that just sounds like fun, and it'll be a learning process, you know. So yeah, we can do that. Ramon, we got a cheese knife with Tiger, Teak, and Purple Heart. We're just gonna have to figure out the horizontal and vertical for big hand. Horizontal and vertical? What do you mean? Horizontal and vertical for big hands. Got you, man. Are your hands like bigger than mine? I mean, I'd say I have normal size hands. I don't know. Maybe we should you should grip something near you and tell me what it feels like, and I'll grip that same thing. Yeah, I think I have pretty decent. I mean, like this is a bigger knife, you know, and this one feels great in the hands. A little small, actually. I mean, I could go a little bigger than this and definitely have like a nice feel to it. So I think something a little bigger than that. Actually, I know which one will probably fit you really well. Is this knife that I'm making. This one has a big handle on it, so I think that's something around this size handle wise is going to be a good fit. So I'll just keep that in mind and reference for you to have a big handle. And yeah, yours is going to be the first knife that I've ever carved that doesn't have the like the metal tang that I follow. So that's going to be pretty interesting for me to kind of like figure out the finger grooves myself and really play with like what feels nice. That knife is going to be completely off of like this feels good, you know. So should be interesting. Oh, okay, so lower piece as in like the butt, lower piece of the handle vertical, and main part of the hand horizontal. Think that's what you mean, or lower piece. Like, is this the lower piece or is the back the lower piece? Yes. So I think the back is what you're talking about then. I think we've got something going here. Perfect. I need to make sure to get a picture of those. Who knows? There's only one way to find out. And what with your knife, I think what's going to happen too is um, I am going to have to make the handle kind of by itself. I don't know how that's going to work. I've never done it with where it's not like the full tang, like I said. Um, but we'll figure it out. And but what I was thinking is I'm going to have to kind of build the handle and then get that hole in there for the blade to go in between. But I might just have to like cut our handle in half and then route out the or chisel out or whatever to get out that part for the tang, and then we can inlay it with the epoxy and things like that. So, but it's gonna be a fun learning adventure. So I think we're like the sky is the limit on your knife, you know. Let's see, did I don't know if Ramon said what style, but that's fine. I can always get in touch with him as well. It's not like I'm gonna get these built today, you know. Man, I was not expecting any of this, guys. This is just madness. That is just madness, madness, madness. All right, Johnny boy, we're gonna carve your knife now. Finally, I got all these things written down. If Ramon jumps back in, we will we'll get a design for him going. But if not, I'm gonna transfer all of these over to I don't know, my phone maybe. That would probably be smartest. And then I can always ask him later and stuff like that. All right. I feel like I need to get some music going again. This is what a crazy day. Hey Joseph, no worries, man. No worries. Yeah, I'll definitely. If you like that, I'll post the replay. I never know if people enjoy coming in and watching a live after, or if the being in the live is the entertaining part for them, you know. So, but I can definitely post it. Oh, thanks, man. Well, it's my first rodeo, so that's good to hear that I'm doing good. I like that. It's a little motivation boost, man. I think we're gonna try something a little different with John's knife here. I've never brought this bottom part in, so sorry, John, if you don't like it, but we're trying something. I think John's got big hands too. I've seen a few of his lives. I think he's got some nice meaty hands. So we're gonna make sure that the thumb portion is a nice size for him. What a day. What a day so far. A $50 donation. Holy crap. Thank you, Mama. Mama. Ooh. Didn't mean to make you cry. I'm not back again this time tomorrow. Carry on, carry on. Cause nothing really matters to me. Mama, just giving up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That feels mighty fine so far. I think John's gonna love it. Mama. Life has just begun. But now I've gone and thrown it all away. We were just talking about my mom and how she brought a bunch of knives here to France for me, and how her husband is going to smuggle these knives back for you guys. He doesn't know that yet, but someone's smuggling these things back in. Life has just begun, but love's coming forward. I swear I'm one of those singers who doesn't know the words to any of the songs that he sings, but I still sing it. Oh, that looks sweet. I like that. From underneath. Kind of reminds me of like a snake for some reason. This looks comfy in the hand. Blow this puppy off. Oh yeah, that feels for a skinning knife. I wonder if I should try something completely different. Because I think that when you're holding this knife, I mean, that feels great though. So it's kind of like a finger placement or a two finger. But I think I might try and knock these corners on the top off all the way to where this finger kind of slides down into this portion, and then your thumb goes on this one, and there's a little ridge on this blade right here where your index finger will go, and it's supposed to be a skinning knife is what it is. So I think I might try that to where it feels a little better on this finger. If not, I mean, just holding it as is. This is definitely a smaller knife, but it's a cool little knife. If John wants to keep it, give it to someone as a gift, whatever he wants to do with it, it's his knife once it goes to him. And I think it's going to be super, super cool. So there's a lot of sanding still. This sandpaper, though, is getting worn out. Ha 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 ha. I see what you're trying to do here, Mom. I see what you're really here for. Official French shutters. What are official French shutters? Aren't they all just shutters? And the truth comes out. So my mom wants me to build her some shutters for her house. But they're a little bit more complicated than what she's thinking is gonna be, and that's usually how it goes when you do jobs for my mom. So anyone in the Dayton, Ohio area, if she's back there and asks you to do some things on her house, proceed with caution. Other than that, you'll be good. But yes, she wants me to make some shutters for her. But it's not just a standard shutter. It's hard to describe. It's definitely doable, but there needs to be a little bit more thought process in it than just building a standard shutter for her house, for sure. But she's asking if you guys would be interested in seeing a video about making these shutters for her, what should we call it? Historic French home. So they won't allow metal shutters on there um, because of the historic district. So they have to be wooden shutters that kind of match the other shutters on the house. But there's 4 windows, and the middle 2 are the ones that open, and the shutters obviously need to go on the outside of the window. But the problem is that you can only open the middle 2 windows. So in order for you to, and this is on the second story over the balcony, and in order to open those shutters, we're going to have to figure out a way to open it past those other 2 windows and do it safely. And you have to be able to open, shut it, all of those kinds of things. So I need to figure out how we can get it to where you open these 2 windows and then you can open the rest of the shutters without having to, lean out of the window to open the shutter, because that would be super dangerous, and we don't want my mom doing that. So there's a lot of thought process that needs to go into that, but we're working on it. We're working on it, lady. Hey, how's it going, Pilato? Uh, any laws in France about owning knives? As far as I know, the only law is that it must cut cheese, and other than that, I think everything is a go. But other than that, I think we're good to go. Why does this thing sound like it's ready to explode on me? We're trying something new for John, new for John, new for John. New for John indeed. Morning basketball. Dude, it's been a while since I've played some basketball. I used to play back in the day with my best friend for fun. And we would always do shirts and skins, right? And he had to be shirts. That was my rule. Because he was a sweating monster and a hairy monster. A sweaty, hairy monster. And whenever I would have to block him or defend against him, it was impossible to concentrate when you had him pushing up against you and you're trying to box him out. So yeah, that rule really quickly happens to where he had to be shirts no matter what. We're trying something completely different here with John's knife, so hopefully it turns out alright and I didn't just screw the pooch on it. Trying to make it a lot more round than the other ones. And like I said, hopefully that's not a bad thing. But I'm trying to get it to feel right in the hands. Yeah, I was never great. I was never great at basketball, that's for sure. We got a lot of sanding to do on this guy, but definitely looking better being more rounded over. Everything's flowing smoothly. So that's cool. That's cool, that's cool. I'm just trying to be careful at this point to make sure that I don't like dig in with the sandpaper at any spot. So just slowly working around it, you know. Just a weird shape. Hell yeah, man. Were you at work? Or no, you said morning basketball. What a dumb question, Brandon. What an idiot. The dude literally just told you what he was doing, and then you ask, "Are you on your way home from work?" What an idiot. Actually, that feels really good. I mean, this knife is designed for someone with tiny hands, not gonna lie. So, for like John and me, it's probably not the best. But I will say this: for skinning, I haven't skinned anything with it, so I can't vouch for it 100%. But I do know how I like to hold the knife while I'm doing that activity, and this feels great in the hands for being able to put pressure on the back of the blade and kind of get in there and do what you need to do, or holding it just up close. But like I said, it's a small handle, so like for me and my hands, I mean, you can see just how large my hands are compared to the handle. So but if you hold it in a delicate fashion, which is going to be more in line with while you're skinning in a sense, then it feels really, really nice in the hand. And I might just try to knock down just on this portion. I hope John is right-handed. I think he is when I see him in his videos. I'm trying to remember back. Um, and no, this is John's. This is John's. Yep. This is John's, right? Yes, this is 100% John's. 100%. 100%. Now you're scaring me. This is Johnny Boys. Let's grab a piece of, actually, what we're going to go ahead and do, since I'm not sure if John is still in here right now, but it is looking very nice. So we're going to move on to pretty much at this point, it's going to be closer to hand sanding. Yeah, because I think everything feels pretty good on the angles and things like that. Like I said, it is a much smaller blade. That feels really nice in my finger there. And yeah. No, not making fun of his hands. Not making fun of his hands. I'm just hoping he's right-handed. And I know I'm guessing he's got bigger hands. And like if his hands are the same size as mine, which I think they're probably pretty close to my hands. I've never met the guy, but I guarantee you his hands are not built for this knife size. But so whenever you're holding this one, if I can speak, like I said, for skinning, I think it's going to be really nice to kind of get in there and do your job. So it's a skinning knife. That's literally what it was sold as. The blade was sold as was a skinning knife. So nothing to do about that. But yeah, we're going to just sand it down. I think at this point we can move on to the grits and getting that going. But in the meantime, we're going to jump over to, this is Meinhardt's Because since I'm here with everything, I'm just going to go ahead and start to do this. I should get this phone on the charger real quick and see, because I think you guys are fully charged. Yes, of course you're right. Of course you are. All right, so that phone, I think we're good on that phone. Holy crap, guys. This is nuts. Nuts. I just went over to my phone to take the charger out so I could plug in the business phone. It's my old phone. All right, people, I'm not made of money. This is a an iPhone, I think 6. Old, years old, years and years and years old. But still works because I keep my phones for a long time and I think I keep pretty good care of them. But anyways, I use it for the business now. Whole point of this story is I went to go grab the charge port from the phone that's currently recording, and I saw at the top of the screen that we are at $91 in donations. That is just nuts. That's crazy. That is crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, so I'm waiting for that phone. I just really want to use this phone to, well, I really just want to see what time it is. I have no idea what time it is, but that's all right. I think we got plenty of time to continue working for right now and getting this knife carved out. I seriously can't thank you guys enough. That's just nuts that we've, by far the highest dollar stream I have ever had. And that is, crazy. I think for John's knife too, I was thinking about like trying to carve like maybe his initials or something like that in it, but I don't know about that because it is a small handle and not a lot of room real estate wise for that kind of stuff. So right now we're working on Minehearts. And Minehearts, this is a more average, it's a little bit bigger than the one John chose. But it does, it's just a more standard knife. So, I don't know what I was trying to say with that. This is Minehearts. It's a more standard knife. We're just going to continue grinding away at it. That's what we're going to do today. I'm glad that I bought these little masks though. Instead of having to put on the 3M mask. That thing's just so big and bulky, and I feel like it's probably easier to hear me through this one. And with that the 3M one, I was gonna buy more filters for it today, and the filters cost more than the frickin' mask did. It was almost better off just buying another mask. Man, Padauk is a messy, messy, messy wood, but it is so cool. So cool looking. Pilato, have you ever spun anything with Padauk on your lathe? I feel like that would look super cool. La, da, God, that Paducah is so cool. Well, Pilato, I think you should try it. Like a mixed wood, make like a little catch-all bowl. I don't know how much the Paducah costs in your area though, but I'm pretty sure in the States it's like super expensive. I can't believe it. Well, I was like, what is that black wood in there? And that's the grain from the tiger wood. All right, let's see what that looks like. That's gonna be sick. I should probably work on my posture, so if my wife is watching, she'll be like, wow, that guy's really improved his posture. It's not even my husband anymore. Look at that posture on that guy. So professional. Alright, let's get this. Holy crap, that's the Paducah. I need to get a file to get in there. Doesn't want to reach. Usually source reclaimed wood or mill it from the stuff I get for free from Marketplace. Huh? Smart man, smart man. Yeah, man. I think what you could do too is like you can just mix, like buy a little bit or something, you know, and mix it depending on the price. Because if it's just nuts, you know, you might be better off just having me ship you some, honestly. Maybe I need to start a international wood shipping business. Tell you what though, Meinhardt had the right idea here with the Padauk against the Tatajuba. I mean, I haven't even oiled this thing up or anything, and I can tell it's gonna look sweet. Alright, let's blow. Look at my thumb. Is that a thumb or is it a Padauk? Padauk, Padauk, Padauk. So this is Meinhardt's so far. You can see I broke it when I was cutting it with the jigsaw. I was having a lot of trouble with these vertical pieces breaking on me, but that's alright. We're gonna fix it, make sure it holds. It's already with epoxy in between it, but still. But yeah, this Padauk looks super cool against the Tatajuba, especially in this back area. So that should be cool, and we'll see what it looks like once the brass is exposed as well. I'm interested about that because, and then like I said, I need to get a file so I can get in here and file that portion flat. But this one feels already a lot better. Holding it this way feels nice. There's a little like thumb portion here on this one, finger portion with the guard, and then holding it on this side. Obviously, I haven't carved this side down yet, but this side I'm just trying to get it as close as I can right now to the brass, and then we'll finish that off with a file as well, just to make sure everything's flat, and that would feel nice as well. Pretty cool so far. Meinhardt. Meinhardt, Meinhardt, Meinhardt. Meinhardt, Meinhardt, Meinhardt. Okay. That phone didn't help me at all. Can I see on here? I don't want to open dollars. What a G. What a G. I am so excited, man. It's just nuts. You guys are the best. 8/4 2-inch. $13 a board foot. Ouchie. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. Let's start a international wood shipping business. Sounds like we have a lot of money to make. I don't know what my board foot ratio is here. They sell it by the meter squared. So I just picked up this one, Pilato. I don't know if you're driving or if you can see. I just picked up this one. So they use Padauk for decking over here. This one is absolutely gorgeous though, just like so orange. Really, really cool. But this one is 14.5 centimeters wide. I'd say 3/4 of an inch thick, and it is 7 feet long. And for this whole board, I paid 22 euros. So whatever the math comes out to on that. But that's not bad at all, if you ask me. Or 22 for the board. And then the Purple Heart was even better of a price. The Purple Heart's really, really cheap here. So this one is the Purple Heart that I got today, and this one is an inch thick, 17 wide. It might be a little bit more than that. 17 wide, and also around 7 foot long. And for this whole board of Purple Heart, I paid 18 euros and 26 cents for the whole board. Crazy. So that's like super cost efficient, if you ask me, you know, which is just great. Sign your name there. Sign my name where? Sign my name where? On the knife? On whose knife? I do want to get one of those branding irons with like my little logo on it, but probably just ATP, since it'll be like a small circle is what I'm guessing, you know. I think that would be super cool because I'd love to like brand like my cutting boards and things like that on the bottom, put the ATP logo. ATP. I love that. ATP. I didn't even think about that like when I started the YouTube page, that like about a username. I just put Across the Ponds, which was going to be the business name and the YouTube page and stuff like that. I didn't even know about having a username for like talking to people and stuff like that. So when I came up with that, I just put ATP creations to see if it would work and stuff, and it worked. And I was like, okay, that sounds cool. And then now, like when Bearded Viking says it or something like that, or Wes does it, whenever I'm in someone's live streams, John, anybody, and they're like, hey, ATP. And I love it. I freaking love it. And I never thought anything of it. I never thought anyone would even say it, you know? Here we are, months later, and ATP is making his way on the board. ATP, ATP. It's kind of weird to chant your own name though, right? Right? Anyone else do that? Didn't think so. ATP. ATP. Now that's stuck in my head. Someone sing something else. Svenja Babici Baba Wenge Paduk Svenja Babici Wenge One day. Let's find out for you the exact width and depth. Paduk is 14.5 centimeters wide and 2 centimeters thick. And I think an 18 millimeter translates out to like 3/4 of an inch. So it's a little bit over that. 2 centimeters wide, or 2 centimeters thick, 14.5 wide, and then I'm pretty sure it's like around 7 feet. But let's get you a measurement. I think you know metrics. 216 centimeters long. 216 centimeters long. And I bought 2 of them, and I paid $45.65 for the 2 boards. That's awesome. At least it sounded awesome. You might come back to me and be like, that's ridiculous. I don't care. Either way, I'm happy with it, and that's all that matters. Okay, almost got this one kind of rounded to where I wanted it. Wait a second. So I'm confused on that math a little bit. So you're saying that board would cost you around, oh, this board would cost you around $35 if it was 2 inches thick? Or this board would cost you $35? I'm confused. The math isn't mathing for me. But $2.60, I understand that comparison. So it's way cheaper than the $13 a square foot, you know. All right, this blade handle is getting rounded off. So I'm gonna have to do the sanding. Looks like burn marks. This one might be a burn mark, but like the rest of these are the actual grain of the wood, which is really cool to see. But we have a lot of hand sanding to do, and then I want to take the file and kind of match these guys up. This one looks really good on camera, actually. Man, look at my eyeball. It's like perfectly flat with a Dremel. This one, not so much. You can see the hump. Humpty Bumpty. But, anyways, enough drooling. This is starting to feel great in the hands. Like I said, it does have a defect because of me, but we're going to figure out how to either make it work or live with it. But I think I can take some Padauk dust and glue and put that in there, and we'll be just fine. It's filled with epoxy, so it'll be just fine. Gotcha. Yeah, that's very true. I would like to get some thicker Padauk. I found one in their trash can. I went digging through their trash. Well, they let me. The guy was like, you can have whatever you want in the trash. So I got a bunch. If you want to go back to the beginning of the video, I took them over there to show them all of the trash I went digging through. So this one's Padauk. Yeah, it's not as big of a piece, and it's also been aged by the sun, but once I plane it down through the thickness planer, it'll expose all of the Padauk again. Expose the color. The whole thing's Padauk. So there's no exposing the Padauk. This is the Padauk. But expose the color, and this guy is a lot thicker. Apparently they used it to build a pallet. Yeah, that's right. They're building pallets out of this thing. This one's 4 centimeters thick, 5.5 wide. So it's just a chunk. Like I said, found it in the trash. And he told me I could take whatever I wanted from the trash, and 116 centimeters long. So I got this from the trash, and I got a bunch of other woods. Some of them we're going to have to plane to find out what they are. And then he gave me this guy, which I'm super excited about. It's the Perota, which is like super expensive wood. They sell it by the kilo. And he gave it to me as a gift. And this guy is a big boy. So 7.5 wide, 70 long, or 7.5 thick, and 10 wide. But that's awesome. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but I could do something cool. I think making a knife handle out of this, even maybe benders. This is a Peroda, is what it's called, and it is freaking gorgeous. But it's super expensive. This one is expensive. I didn't buy any of it today. He gave me this, and he gave me this as a gift. Both of them Peroda. Super beautiful wood, but really expensive. But he gave them to me as a gift, and I couldn't be more thankful. Yeah, they're really awesome with me there. And like I said, they let me go through the trash and get all kinds of cut off pieces and things, just trash, in their eyes, what was trash. He told me that it was like a few weeks ago, they got an order of a certain type of wood in, and the whole pallet was built out of Purple Heart, and they just threw it away. I was like, oh my God, dude. I wish I would have seen that. I told him if anything like that comes through, do not throw it away. Give me a call, and I will come and pick it up immediately. But yeah, a whole pallet just made of Purple Heart. It's crazy. Because they use different things here. Padauk is a very common decking option out here. So a lot of people will use the Padauk to build decks. So I actually just did a quote today while I was there for the deck around the pool area for my father-in-law. And the entire deck, it's pretty good sized deck. I mean, it's not anything crazy big, but it's 115 meters squared for the deck area, and the wood on that for the Padauk came out to be, that's inside, but I think it was like $10,000 for the deck. So yeah, it's expensive, but at least it's super cool. Yeah. But I got a couple different types of wood for him. The tiger wood apparently is a really good decking material, so that's another option for him. And the tiger wood came out to, I think it was like 6,000 or 7,000 for the tiger wood. I really hope he goes with Padauk though, because if he goes with Padauk, I'm gonna have a lot of offcuts that I can turn into cool things. I really love the Padauk. But it's the same with the tiger wood, honestly. The tiger wood's really pretty as well. But there's just something about that orange color, with Padauk. Just like really pops. I guess what it is it's the same thing for like the Wenge that I just bought and stuff like that. I think that it just allows you to contrast so well with other woods to where it just makes it like gorgeous, like whatever you're building, So I think that's why I really like it, is just being able to play with all of the different contrasting colors. Yeah, that's probably why I really enjoy those. All right. My daughter asked me for hamburgers tonight. Cheeseburgers, sorry. Gotta have cheese. It can't be a hamburger. It's gotta be a cheeseburger. So we are gonna make some cheeseburgers tonight. We're gonna be grilling. I love me some grilling. So I'm excited for that. This is awesome though. Just a couple hours in, and we have, aren't they? I'm just glad that my daughter asked me for something because usually we're like, I'm asking her all the time. I'm like, what do you want to eat for dinner tonight? She's like, I don't know. I don't know. Nothing. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're no help at all. So she finally said cheeseburgers yesterday, and I was like, well, I can't make them tonight now. It's too late, but we can do that tomorrow. And then she was very sad, and I said, I promise, we'll do cheeseburgers tomorrow. Pilato, anytime. Grab the next flight. I'll make sure there's a brew and a cheeseburger waiting for you. Not your average woodworking. This is his knife that he chose. And this one right here, Joseph, anytime. Come on through. We got some red wine waiting for you, or beer, whichever you prefer, and a cheeseburger. All right, Joseph, never, never mind. And this one is, well, we'll get you a nice. We got some mint from the garden, and we make just like a refreshing mint water or tea and stuff like that with that. So we'll make one of those for you. We usually keep it in the fridge in like a glass vase, and we just put water in there and the mint. And there's like another kind of plant. I think it's some kind of like citronella plant or something like that. But we put that in there, and it's really really good actually. I really like it. So you might enjoy that. Yeah, Pilato does a lot of lives, and especially I don't know where you're from, Joseph, but Pilato loves to push the limits on the bedtimes. So he's usually up super super late on the lives. Lots of lathe work that we've been seeing and stuff like that. So definitely go and give him a sub. And yeah, no, he's awesome to talk to too. So super nice guy from what I know. He could be hiding a bunch of dark, deep secrets. Maybe he really does drink, but he's telling us he doesn't. No, no, he's a super nice guy. And yeah, lots of lathe work that I've been seeing lately. So, and maybe one day some lathe work with Paduke. Benners, I got you right here. Once we get these last three knives, because I'm waiting on Grandpa to get these guys cut out. Like I said, I'm just with the this blade is so sharp on this one, the Damascus blade. It's ridiculously sharp on the blade already. So um, I'd like to get these guys glued up and things like that, but I'm having such a hard time with my jigsaw to where it just goes nuts, and I would much rather just take it over to Grandpa's house and cut it on the bandsaw. So that's why I have these guys taped up, and this one I have taped up. I could cut through this one no problem with the jigsaw for sure, but I don't want to risk snapping it, kind of like I did with Meinhardt's knife. So once again, also going to take it over to the jigsaw. So they're kind of just sitting on standby right now, and we can start to work on yours once I get done with these three that we're working on right now. So that should be tomorrow, because tomorrow I don't have to go to the store like I did today. So I should be working all day tomorrow on these three knives and getting them just completely shaped down, oiled up, all that kind of stuff. Dude, this one looks super cool actually. John's selection, Tigerwood Tatajuba mix. It kind of reminds me of like a bumblebee kind of look on it. But woodworking, if I can call it that. Are you talking about you or me? Because I'm talking about me when I say that. Oh, I see. Sorry, I was late. I was late. Thanks, Benners. I'll go and check. Joseph. I think I did. Let me write down your name though. Thanks, man. I'm writing down your name right now. I'm gonna make sure that I am subscribed to you. I think I am, but I got your name down here now. I'm gonna go check out your channel as well and see Joseph Emmons. Make sure it's right. It's good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out. Thanks though. It's my really it's like my first time I'm trying these knives. So if you don't know, Wes Does It. That's a cool channel, and he does a lot of knife making on that channel. And he's kind of the one who gave me the inspiration to try the knives, and I used it as a way to burn up scrap wood. So a good majority of these handles that we've been making, I've been just taking kind of scrap wood pieces that I've had, gluing them together in some kind of fashion, and making knife handles out of them. So they are an experiment, but I'm glad you like them, man. Yeah, Wes is awesome. Wes is awesome. I like his channel a lot. I think he's a good person as well. And yeah, cool. Well, guys, I can't believe it. This has been the most crazy stream. Um, that was just nuts. That there was like 91 something dollars in donations. This is just absolutely nuts. Is there a way for me to see that on here on the computer? I can't, but on my phone I saw it, and I think it was somewhere around there, which is just nuts. Now 50 of that was my mom, so I don't know if it really counts. I don't think I'm going to count it, but it was a crazy day for me. So I'm going to get going because it's going to be time to go to the store and get some stuff for cheeseburgers and go pick up my daughter. So we're going to do that, and we will catch you guys tomorrow. You're nuts, dude. You're nuts. Did we just hit triple digits? Did we just let me check the phone. Let me check the phone. Pilado! 10038. Can't hold up my other fingers. We broke a world record, people, by 38 cents. Not a world record, but definitely my record. That is for sure. That is just absolutely unbelievable for me. So, Pilado, I think at this point too, you're always around, and I cannot offer you a um, a real knife because I don't have any more of the blades right now. So you could wait if you wanted to, but we can do a cheese knife for you because those are all wood, you know. So let's see. Is there what is your favorite kind of wood? Here, I'll just get out a couple different ones and stuff like that. Those are both Wenge. Hey, what's up, Vincent? Dude, what is going on today? Holy shit, no way, dude. What the hell? No, I'm not gonna send you anything, Pilado, but I've been having everybody come in and kind of create their own designs, and then I just build it. So, and then I do think that I'm gonna do like a live giveaway at some point, but right now I'm not sending any of these. I'm just sending one to John for sure, and probably Benner's. Um, and what was I gonna say? No, I'm making these knives, and just having you guys pick the designs for them. So yeah, I could not afford to send everybody knives and things like that. That's just not gonna happen right now in my current status. So I just want to see if you are interested in picking out kind of like a design, and you don't have to do it right now. I'm just trying to give you some color references, options, kind of in a sense. And then if you wanted to think about it, because I'm like I said going to be here tomorrow, so we could also go over this tomorrow as well and kind of play with designs. Now I will say that for the cheese knives, um, I, I've I haven't tried to do different colored on the blade. For instance, like on this one, it is solid rosewood for the blade and then a mix of wood for the handles. So I haven't tried to do different tones here, and I think, like theoretically, I think it's better to just keep the blade as one option, and you would definitely want like a hard wood. But um, God, Benners, you're crazy, man. Thank you, Vinny. Thank you, everyone. Pilato, just this has been a crazy day. But for the blade, I've found it's better. I can't say that because I just haven't tried it with two colors yet, or two woods, I should say. I've been using solid woods, but the Wenge for the blade has been my favorite one so far. And then the rosewood is a very close second on that because of its like hardness. I feel like it's not gonna break, and it feels sturdy. Same with the Wenge, and the Wenge like turns real black for the blade, which looked awesome. So keep that in mind. Um, and let's see. That's all right, Pilata. That's all right. I tell you what, I think that I need a Wenge blade, because I don't. So there's other options as well. I'm trying to think of. Um, and then this one is a beech wood. So if you're trying to get like a white contrast against things, then that's a good choice for that. How about I choose the blade for you? Because I would like to do another black blade, and this wood is so dense. It just makes a really nice blade. I need to make a couple more blades out of Wenge because it's just awesome. But for the handles, um, this one is beech. This one next to it is teak. This one is tatajuba. This one is, well, this is all that I really have left in that. So it's not going to be like enough. Hold on, to make the handle. So we'll pull out the expensive Perota. So this is the Perota, the Paduke, of course, the Wenge, Purple Heart. Oh, Tiger Wood. Can't forget the Tiger. Rawr. And Tiger Wood. So I think there's got to be another one missing, but that's a pretty good start for you to choose from. I think that's good, honestly. Yeah, I mean that's a good amount of choices on the hardwoods. So, I believe it is. I mean, it's not like a crazy hardwood, but I'm pretty sure beech is considered a hardwood, right? Am I wrong, guys? I mean, I guess not. I don't know. But for like a cheese knife handle, how hard does it really need to be? The blade needs to be like a hardwood, kind of like the Perota. In my opinion, it doesn't really need to be. I guess. We could try something new too. because I did make one out of teak and it seems just fine. It's cutting cheese, you know. This one's a very, very hard wood as well, the Peroda. And the Wenge is a hardwood for sure. Um, oh yeah, dude, I've gotten a Wenge splinter before, and that was not fun. These things are, yeah. The Wenge is actually also not that expensive here. Pilato, you can do the math. Let's bring you to it. Oh, so I just got this bad boy today. So this is my Wenge that I picked up today. That's huge. It's huge. I'm gonna make a mess. All right, this is the Wenge I got today. And let's see. 326 centimeters long, 5 centimeters thick, and 12 centimeters wide. 326 long, right? Yep, 326 long, 12 wide, and 5 thick for this Wenge. And I paid today on the Wenge, I paid $61 or 61 euros and 85 cents for this board, which is not bad if you ask me. Oh. Not bad at all. It is a hardwood, but I was thinking it's not among the harder hardwoods. Yeah, no, I think I would definitely agree with you on that. But for contrast, you know, just putting these two side by side, for instance, for contrast purposes, I've been liking using the Beech. And the reason I have the Beech is because I saw that it was pretty good for cutting boards, for your knives and things like that. And it was going to give me that color contrast that I wanted against these other woods, you know. So that's why I have the Beech. And like I said, for a cheese knife, I don't think I'd make a, I mean, we could try a Beech blade, you know, but like using this on the handle, I don't see the downfall in that guy. Okay. Yep. I did not know that. But yeah, it definitely like feels, you know, I mean, it's hard, you know. Um, and I think it's really pretty. It's got this like kind of I mean, you can see the grain in it, and it just kind of like it's hard to see it in there, but for when the sun hits it, you can really see it like bounce off of all of these kind of grain patterns and things like that. So I think it's just super, super pretty. Google's Gemini. Yeah, it's super cool. But yeah, all right, guys. Well, I am going to hop off Pilato. Think about think about these options. And like I said, I'll be on tomorrow as well, so I might catch you there. Or if you're on a live tonight, I'll probably catch you there. So um, we can kind of just go over what you wanna see, you know, and come up with something creative and cool, and to make a cheese knife. So I think I still need to make like 3 or 4 more cheese knives. That way, like what we kind of discussed earlier, at least I have a little bit of stock, but not going overboard, like without knowing what sells. But I'm also having a lot of fun making these cheese knives. Um, and I think that those would make some really good gifts to family members and things like that, if they don't sell at the local markets. but hopefully they just do sell. Joseph, it's probably going to be around the same time as today. Well, actually, I'll be on a lot earlier as well tomorrow, but I know most of you guys are US based. But I'll be on probably tomorrow morning around 9 or 10. I'll start streaming, and I'll just stream probably all day tomorrow since I'm just making knives and things like that. So I'll be on until probably around this same time, usually when we have to go pick up our daughter. So I just saw my wife leave, and so she's going to pick up our daughter, and then hopefully she comes back here and we can all go to the store together. Hopefully she doesn't just go straight to the store. Because I'd like to go and get the stuff for the hamburgers tonight. So cool. Well, yeah, it'll be. Oh, perfect. She's back. Perfect. Yeah, no worries, man. I'll definitely be posting it. So, I will catch you guys tomorrow. And Palato, yeah, exactly. I'll get that card too. And I will talk to you soon, man. Think about those choices that you had, and we'll come up with a design. All right. Peace.